It is time for Chamber Chat on Good Day. I'm here with the president of the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce, Chris Hardy. Thanks for being here this morning.
Good morning.
What was your star business of the week this week?
Well, yesterday was Delta Life Insurance. It was a little bit of rainy day, and but we appreciate the volunteers that came out and braved the elements. As usual, it was an honor to be able to recognize a business that supported the chamber for so long. Small business, which it tends to usually be that way. But it was a good event, and we did a couple of pictures, and that's the one thing about the Star Business of the Week. It's there's some people aren't really sure exactly what it is, but they think it's this big event where a lot of people come out. That's not really what it's about. It's about we have a few people come out, some volunteer leaders and some of our chamber ambassadors, but it's really about the promotional opportunities that these businesses get from this. We just take a few pictures, but the promotional value that these businesses get from this weekly program that we've been doing for a long time, board is right at about $5,000 in value that they get from advertising opportunities between the things that we do, between our electronic newsletters, the website, social media, plus with our media partners like you guys, with what y'all do with the advertising and promotion of it. The value of it's about $5,000, that they just get for being a member of the chamber.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That's a real big
incentive. A lot of people don't realize that part of the Star Business of the Week. They just see pictures and Star Business of the Week and hear about us talking about it every morning. But that type of thing is something that we're proud to be able to offer these small businesses because they can certainly use it.
That's great. And last Thursday was the Business Expo, and it was a smash.
It was. Our goal was to make it bigger than it was last year. Regardless of how that was, whether it be the amount of vendors, the amount of people that came through, but we actually exceeded both. We had about 13 or 14 more vendors, maybe even 15 more vendors than we had last year. Foot traffic, we're estimating somewhere between 400 to 500 people in 2 hours that came through there over at the Hilton Garden Inn. Again, just like last year, we received nothing but positive feedback. But as always, there's some things that we noticed that we can build upon and try to make it even better next year. And we're going to do that. We had a wrap-up meeting yesterday with our staff and just kind of talk about some of those things. So we'll make it even better next year, but we're going to keep doing it every single year, and until we grow out of it and have to do something different. But but that would be a good problem to have.
Oh, of course. What do you think is the benefit of going to this Business Expo?
As an attendee or a vendor?
Both.
Both. Okay. Well, a vendor, I think it's it's pretty simple. These small businesses, a lot of them don't have the marketing budgets that some of your larger businesses do, even larger small businesses do. So they rely on these type of opportunities to be able to get their message across, promote their product, promote their service to their potential consumer. But at the same time, and people have heard me say this before, is the business relationships that they're able to build with this, aside from contacting potential consumers and new customers, is extremely valuable because those we encourage people to shop local. So if you can do business with a local business as well as reaching local consumers, then that's a win-win.
Fantastic. We'll come back in just a little bit to talk more with Chris Hardy. Right now, let's get some weather from Chris. We're back with President of the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce, Chris Hardy. Thanks for joining us again. Sure. So there are lots of new businesses that are coming to our area. Very exciting. Gander Mountain, Party City, PetSmart, Dunkin' Donuts possibly, some new, I think it was Home Run Foods, Ulta, so many different items, and this is all creating jobs. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's always, anytime job creation is provided in any community, regardless of the size of the community, it's always a positive thing, especially now. But the one thing that that we've heard about some of these jobs is in a negative fashion is saying oh well, they're not six-figure paying jobs or whatever. My response to that is it doesn't matter. It's job creation. It's putting people back to work. That's what we're trying to do is put people back to work. Contributing to our local economy. That's get our our unemployment numbers down. That's the end goal. The goal is not to see how many six-figure jobs we can put out there. Obviously, that's a benefit, sure, but the main priority is putting people back to work that currently are unemployed. That's the key. But when and another thing that people need to look at when they're seeing these is a lot of these are large retailers, corporately owned. These aren't franchises where someone local is deciding to start a franchise. These are corporately owned businesses that are deciding to locate and set up operation here. So obviously they're seeing something. They see something in us that maybe even we're not seeing. So that's something we need to focus on is when they get here, we need to have a dialogue and say, what is it that, that made that final decision for you to come here? Those are things we can look at and we can try to build upon and create our own conversations within that. And some others may be seeing something that we're doing right that maybe we're not seeing ourselves. And that's the important part is focusing on that part.
That's good. The possibilities for advancement as well in careers like that, I think, would you say was pretty great?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anytime you're talking about whether it's an hourly wage or whether it's salary, there's always opportunity advancement anywhere you are. I'm sure they're going to be bringing in their own managers to start, but they're going to have opportunity to advance elsewhere, and the people that may be beneath those managers would have an opportunity to come up and replace them. It's a cycle, just like anywhere else, and it's an opportunity for people to better themselves. An opportunity to maybe even change careers. Somebody that's been unemployed for a while that is looking to get back into the workforce. There's so many different ways you can look at this, and so many different opportunities this creates. But overall, it creates an economic impact for our community that we so desperately need.
Well, thanks for your insight on that this morning. And of course, we're so excited to hear more jobs coming to our area. Always a great thing. Again, President of the Albany Area Chamber of Commerce, Chris Hardy. We're going to go on over to a break right now, so make sure to stick with us. We'll be right back.